What are we talking about again? We've got so much stuff, don't know where to start. Oh, CP. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Not end. Hello. Oh, sorry.
Are we live?
We're live. I think we are
Oh,
live.
we are live.
Whoops. Got it wrong, everyone.
Are you live?
I am live.
All right, we're live. Hello.
Welcome. All right, that wasn't planned. We had a few technical issues until a moment ago, and looks like they're fixed.
It's good. Quick
Right.
fixes are good.
So we don't need to put a jingle.
The jingle?
The jingle is done and dusted.
Well, we can sing Jingle Bells. It's sort of that season, isn't it?
Yes.
It's getting very close.
Welcome, everyone. Episode 75. Once again, Friday afternoon and back in the studio. Quite a few people joining us today. Looks like quite a few. So
Good stuff.
Tony, Bruce, Captain Asman, Tony P, Anthony. Welcome, everyone. Lots of things today.
So many things. So many things we got here. Don't even know where to start. But I guess we start with the standard, don't we?
Absolutely.
So this little beast up the front here. So this is our car of the week. Oh, look at that. We've got the technology.
It's up.
You can see him now. So what is the brand of the car?
Yeah.
What is the model? And what is the color? The color has a specific name, which is
That's it.
pretty cool. It's a nice color. I like it.
I agree. So this is brand new, isn't it?
Brand
Just
spanking
arrived,
new.
so brand new release. So let's see for our already guessing.
What do you mean? Well, they got it already.
Yeah. So Anthony suggests is an HZ.
An A to Z. No, it's not an A to Z.
All right.
No.
Well, I thought I was going to finish so soon.
No.
2 minutes into it. Already
It's
done.
one of the H's. They're all H's.
Robbie suggested that it is an easy one. And Shane is suggesting that we put some Christmas music at some point.
Christmas music. What, Mariah Carey?
Perhaps.
I've got the Mariah Carey CD at home somewhere.
Tony is suggesting is the blood orange color.
Oh, it's not. No, it's got
Not
a.
blood orange.
No, it's a different name.
Okay, well, let's get started. You
All
guys
right.
keep guessing. So,
What are we gonna do?
well, we have lots today. We have there's some new Gundams.
Yep.
What we got. I guess we should probably briefly show this one. We're going to unbox this one a bit later on. Let's see if anyone recognizes this.
Be pretty easy to read.
That's it. A bit easy to read. And then we have some big
Yeah, big cars.
1/12 scale Italeri cars, actually.
Yep, they're good.
We never managed to have all three of them at once.
Yeah, it's
They're
good.
really popular. So.
Yep. Especially for Christmas. Perfect.
Indeed. Got a really cool Premiere buggy that I think we should have a close look at and
Yes.
build.
Yep.
Got some brand new Australian trains. Lots of Australian trains this week.
Yes.
And we're going to attempt to build a Cromlech kit as well.
Because Cromlech have so many different things.
That's it.
Thought it's about time we built something
Absolutely.
and showed off some of their scenery.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So, all right. And I guess we've got a buggy here. We're going to talk about racing in a little bit when Brett comes in later on. So he's
Yep.
going to turn up at some point. So let's put this away for a second. And where do we start?
Should we start with the stuff that's in front of us?
I think so.
You probably need to start on this, yeah?
I need to say, it
All
looks
right.
like it's me.
So this is one of the Cromlech, what do you call it? Gaming, landscaping, building type pieces.
Yes.
Scenery.
Scenery.
Okay, so this particular one is the confession machine, and I thought that fit perfectly with you because you
Yeah.
have to give confession from time to time.
Yeah. Or even
And-
called coffee machine.
The coffee machine, that's right. It looks like a coffee machine. So this is made of MDF, so medium density fiberboard, but actually it feels really, really dense. So maybe it's a heavier
Yeah.
density. It's
Really
really
heavy. Yeah.
So it's unlike cardboard. It's much more durable. It's all laser cut and super fine, and we've just got to cut it open and glue it all together.
Yeah. So let's have a go. Let's put a
Here
top
you go.
camera so we can have a go at this one.
Yep.
All right.
There
So
it
as you
is.
see, that's our coffee machine.
That's it. And there's the case for covering up your cup.
Yeah.
Your pods go on the top.
That's it.
But I guess that's where your figure goes in, gets locked inside, and he has
That's
to
it.
give confession.
That's right. So that would be interesting. Let's have a go. I
Yep.
don't know whether we're going to be able to finish this one.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Let's have a start.
It's a bit of a chop.
Chop. So they come well packaged. So got a
Your
bit
manual.
of an instruction manual here. It's your finished product. Just opening some colors here.
That's pretty straightforward.
Shouldn't be too bad. Let's see.
Yep. Okay, so you can see all the bits.
Coming off.
The laser cutting is super smooth on these.
Super clean. There's three sheets. Whoa.
They smell really good too because they
It does.
got the sort of the smoky smell.
Absolutely. So
But that's amazing how fine these lines are there already.
Very. Absolutely. So as you see, they're pre-cut, so you just need to pop them up. Sometimes you can use a knife.
Yep,
to
because
help that.
some of the parts, like there's really fine parts that help it from falling
Definitely.
through. So you just need to trim it a bit,
Definitely.
and then you'll be able to.
So we're
pop it
going to
out.
start, I guess, from the base.
Yep.
So we get a base here, which is the 1A. Let's see if we can.
Just see these bits that have come off. So these are the bits that have been pre-cut, bits you don't need. I mean, they're super tiny. So they've done really well. So you could either use wood glue with these, or we're just going to use CA today because that's a bit quicker. All right, so we've got our little bottle of CA.
So then we need some columns. We've got the base here for a start.
Yep.
Actually, there's 2 bases. Yeah, will be the top. Then we need one. We'll need another one in a moment.
Well, there's the other ones here with a big hole in it.
The big
and
hole.
Then there's this one here.
Do they have numbers actually? Turn it around. There's numbers. Okay, that's great.
That's clever, isn't it?
All right, so I already started with the wrong one. I didn't realize with numbers. Obviously, makes sense.
You need the chop.
No, it should be just. There seems to be quite well, very, very fine. So it's not too hard actually.
Well, I guess if you pop them off like that, you might get a little dag on the end. So there's a little dag here. It probably won't get in the way, but if it does, you can just easily trim that with a knife or even with a bit of sandpaper. So I've got some sanding sticks here. So even stuff like this. Just clean it up here.
So there's a bit. See, it should come off. You go, can clean. No.
Yeah, it's cleaned up pretty quick. Well, that's with a 240 grit.
So you can use a bit of knife.
Because with good type products, you can use a coarser grit.
So then we're looking for 2A. Still numbers. So let's see if we can put this on camera. Actually, it's going to be closer.
Yeah, even the numbers are pretty clean, aren't they?
Whoops. Here we go. All the numbers here. So 2A. And see if I can find 2A. Let's turn it.
Do you remember which one's which?
This is the 1, and that's 7.
That's 7. Okay.
2. All right, I've got number 2 here.
All right, so 7's the top one. I mean, look how beautiful that floral pattern is.
It's 1 and 2. Second part here. Here we go. So 2A. So
your uprighty bits.
Okay, this one, just give it a quick.
The sandies. I'll get your glue ready. There you go.
Here we go. So this one's, you can be the glue master.
I'm the glue master.
You're going to go in here.
Is it just slotting in? Yeah, they just slot straight in, don't they?
Looks like so, yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going to find a 3.
Pop a bit of glue on the bottom of this.
3, let me see.
All right, so I'm just going to put a little dab on there because we're still going to need to move it around a bit because of the top bits. But then once it's all together and everything's supporting each other, we can put some extra glue on those joints. And get it all pulling up really tight.
Okay, so it's 3. So 3, we need to remove the door here.
Nice vaulted door.
A bit of sand. These are the 9-step sanding sticks. They're quite convenient for this kind of.
Actually, these probably work better if we put them on that first. So
Yeah,
these are going on like that, aren't they? Like this?
yes,
like this?
It does actually.
Like this.
I went from 6.
Slot in. What about on here?
And the 6 also goes just there too.
Oh no, these go up there. Okay, so that's okay if we left that there. All right, let's put some glue along here.
Number 6, number 5.
All right, so this is going to hold these upright struts straight. All right, so they're in.
So then we have.
Okay.
Then we have number. It's number 6. I'm just trying to see This will go here. Ooh. That goes here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we have this piece
That goes on the bottom there.
goes straight here like this, actually.
Oh, okay. In
So,
that
well,
case,
maybe we have to build this one first.
then this will probably make more sense. All right, so we'll put just a touch of glue on here.
Right. Oh. As we are rushing through this a little bit.
Let me just hold that back together. This one back together. And then this one goes on like this.
Now this one can be all painted, so I guess it's something that you could probably even put a base first, perhaps, and then put it together, or do it all afterwards.
All right, so we'll put some glue on here as well, and this should all stand by itself now.
It should be, yes,
in its sub-assembly. All right, so this should just fit in here.
It's actually quite impressive.
Oops.
I think we need to give it a moment to. This glue is not super quick.
Yeah, this is a sort of thicker type CA.
This one here.
All right, so that's freestanding there, and then we've got this bit. It goes in here,
there.
right? All right, so that will fit in there somehow. All right.
I think we should probably leave it a moment to dry.
Yeah. Okay. So how about, should we look at some of the other the bases?
Yes.
So I've got some of their bases here, which are their resin
Product
bases. All right. So I've got those there.
These are really, really nice, actually, really detailed.
Because usually with a base, you'll have to put on all this groundwork, right?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
This is already all cast in there.
Let's see if you can open them. I think it would be quite nice to actually have a good look at those in the camera. I took some photos of those the other week. And specifically, the really large one looks really, really interesting. There's so much detail in there.
There's a lot going on, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, these are, what are these called? These are old-time ruins. Let's see if you can see them up here. It's quite...
Should we try to do the zoomage?
Looks like they've got some double-side tape already on the other side. Quite shiny. They're just shiny. No, they're just shiny. So there's quite a few different patterns here. It's quite...
So, oh, there we go.
Look at this. Probably almost...
Yeah, so you've got all the brickwork, the broken brickwork.
There's a kind of more of a floor type pattern here.
Yep.
This is a glass actually, or maybe a broken bottle or something.
Yep.
Here's a beam. But look at it.
So these are the single figure type bases.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much
detail
or groundwork they're packed into one single little thing. So
Absolutely.
Then there's different sizes. So they're the individuals. Then there's the slightly larger ones as well.
That's right.
And then they get into some of these bigger ones, which are oval shaped. And these are perfect for vehicles or even
army.
a squad. Yeah.
Doing it. Yeah.
So you've got that.
This one here.
And that's the big one. So zoom it out.
So here there's a bit of everything. This is a rail, some rail tracks all along here, and you got brakes. Got all like a sprocket of some kind, like a big wheel, like a lead for a manhole, another manhole here.
Yep.
Okay, like a piece of a rocket. What else?
It's really interesting. I mean, it's got all different shapes of gravel and stuff. You've got an exhaust pipe down there.
Yeah, exhaust pipe here.
What description is this one? Old Town.
Old Town, still part of the same series.
It's a bit steampunky.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So it's quite nice. And let's have a look at this one. This is also part Conqueror's Labs. So this is a Conqueror's Lab.
Oh, broken up ones.
Broken ones. Yeah. But again, they've got this kind of, I don't know, it could be like a door of a plane, or it's some kind of
it's
funky
pretty
machine,
sci-fi, isn't it? So it's
very sci-fi. Yeah, absolutely.
Space Marine style.
Some profiles, could be some broken beams.
Yep.
Like a piece of a wheel. So all kind of things. So that's brilliant. And it's 105mm oval.
Yep.
Well, the width, the longest part, and this is 170. So this is huge.
Yep.
Put a big squad here.
For sure. Easy.
Quite nice. So that's part of this Cromlech range. And what have you got there?
Well, I thought we'd have a closer look at one of the figures too.
Yes.
So this is one of the 28mm figures. This is the Inquisitor Ingrid von Schwalzein. Sounds pretty mean, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a closer look. Oop. All right, so we've got our main figure there in multiple pieces. You've got the cape molded in a separate piece of resin.
Very clean.
You've got a standard sort of base. So you could always swap out that base for the ones we just showed you. And then we've got the...
So an animal, like a...
Well, some dead dude.
Oh dear.
I think. So
Okay.
the dead dude sort of lies on the base. And you see the foot there. So she's stomping on top of that. And then that's probably a bit of weaponry there.
They got
So
a
it's
chainsaw.
yeah? Chainsaw?
What's this bit here?
Oh, the chainsaw. Is that a chainsaw? That's pretty mean, isn't it?
This is a chainsaw. Probably can't even see.
Well,
Probably
yeah, it's
come
nothing.
really close.
That's that.
Oh, no. The
Going
other
the
way.
way.
It's so tiny that probably camera can...
I'm probably zoomed in a bit too much.
There we go. Look at this. And look at the
Chainsaw
finger.
action.
Your finger. Look how small this is. And the detail is phenomenal.
See, look.
So
There's a head. Really nice, this stuff. I really like it.
I agree. Very
And you got the
interesting.
cape.
And the cape very smooth and clean.
It's got a really natural drape to it. And then you got the dead dude. I don't know what it is.
Scary.
Some sort of alien spiky head. Doesn't have all these bits. Been chopped up.
Definitely.
But that's cool. So she's an Inquisitor.
All right. Interesting.
Nice, isn't it?
Very nice.
So there's quite a few of these different figures. You can get groups of figures as well, box sets.
Yes.
And
And
if you're interested in just singles, and if you're just painting them just for the fun of it,
That's
then
right.
the single figures are perfect.
and then they've got the large one that combine the pulsar
Yes,
with the
that's
resin,
right.
so they're much larger.
Yeah,
kits.
and those massive, those Death Stomper
In the
things.
meantime, let's have a look if this one has dried up. So this is dry,
Yeah, sort of holding together now.
and realistically, it's start looking really, really nice already. It's
Yeah,
obviously
well, it's got some
still-
three-dimensionality to it now.
Still level 1.
Yep.
It's only done a few pieces.
Yep.
But it's definitely looking quite nice actually. Just think once it's all. Oh, just take a look.
Are you stuck together?
Yeah, slightly.
Oh, that's all right.
And
His skin will grow back.
yeah, absolutely. So,
All right, what shall we do? You want to continue on building that?
should
we show you something else?
Should we show something else? Otherwise, we're going to be here all afternoon
All
building
afternoon. All right.
this. But
How about?
this is just to give an idea on what this
Yes.
looking like. So let's
Yes.
park them away. Grab all the pieces.
So you got all these bits here too. So that's that's a front gate, isn't it? That locks the people in
So
there.
that must be able to bend actually to kind of wrap around.
Yeah, I guess you fold that around.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, try to take some pictures as we build this one. So let me grab it and I'll park it somewhere here.
Yeah, so that's come up quite well already. Hold it down there, you probably see it easier.
One more piece. We don't leftovers. Right. In the meantime, I think the car has got a bit of interest.
Oh, has it? We've got takers?
Yeah, we definitely have takers. So there's quite a few. So
We've got anyone right?
I don't know. I haven't checked yet.
Oh,
So we have an HQ,
HQ? No.
HJ.
HJ, yes.
Then we have Holden HJ GTS Monaro. And then Simon is called it Mandarin Red.
Oh!
Salamanca Red HJ HX.
I think they're all got it.
We have a winner by the look
Yeah.
of it.
So it is an HJ GTS in Mandarin Red.
Wow.
Yes.
Well done.
There you
Well
go.
done to
Right.
Simon had a color.
Who had
And
the- who had the
also
colour?
Ian.
Ah,
Well done. Good. That was easy.
good.
Almost need to get another
Yay.
one at some point.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's got a particular shape, hasn't it?
Definitely recognizable. Tony has already spotted the
What? Oh,
ashtray red.
the
Is it?
ashtray.
We're going to have a look at it in a moment.
Yep.
But in the meantime, you were going to show us something new there.
So we got one of these. It's a mega special lens. So this is one of the new God Hand items. And Godhead, if you don't know, they're a Japanese company that makes some very specialized tools. They're most famous for their really slim-jawed side cutters. They've sent this over to us to have a bit of a play with before it gets released onto the international market. So I thought we'll open it up and show you what it's all about. Okay, so it's a big magnifying glass on a really sturdy frame. All right, so let's just unpack it.
So this is a brand new product. Has been released yet?
It hasn't been released to the overseas market yet.
Yeah.
So it's only available in Japan for this time being. So I've got the lenses here. Let's put that aside. Let's pull out the frame. So the framework for the lens is really quite beefy. Okay, you see that's black steel. Cranks open like this. It's freestanding.
Wow. Okay.
All right, and then the lens is in this little bag. Pull this out. It's got a bit of protection. All right, and so there's the lens.
Oh, look at you.
Okay, so you know how much I love my mag visors. This works a bit differently in that it keeps your hands free, and it's a fixed focal length.
And it's probably not as tiring if you keep it on all day, I would say.
That's right. It's definitely not as tiring. So what you find sometimes, and this is magnetic. So once you pop it on,
if you can get it in.
There you go.
Wow.
That's in. Okay, so you can see here. So obviously, you'll play around with the focus. Further away, the bigger things appear. And so we'll flip it over to the top camera. All right, so here we go there. All right, so if we do halfway house, let's see. So you can sort of see it here, the magnification. So it's a, what was it? It said on the front here what the magnification was. It's a 1.8 times. So it's not super strong, but being the way it's designed, it's got a really massive depth of field.
That's right.
Okay, so from here, it's in focus, all the way to here and even further if you need to. So depending on the angle you hold this at. You can see how it's magnifying my hands there. Now, the great thing about this is as you're holding things underneath it, because you're focusing directly with both eyes on a less magnified item, you get to see more, but it doesn't tire your eyes out.
That's right.
Let's see, what else have we got here?
This is a good example. This is quite small.
Oh yeah.
You can see it becomes really convenient to use actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Very interesting solution, I would say.
Yeah. So I think this in conjunction with mag visors would be handy. So mag visors get you further in on detail. Say if you need to paint eyes on a very small figure, just like the figurine we showed before, 28mm figure. But if you're doing the general work on the figure, then I think underneath this would be perfect. So if we pop our figure out again, and when you're painting sort of armor and stuff, so you can see the difference here. Oh, it's not focused though, but you'll be able to maneuver this around. And you notice that as I'm moving it around here, because that's the natural thing you'll be doing. You'll be painting and it'll be moving around. If you're trying to use your mag visors, it'll be always going in and out of focus. And that's where you tire very quickly. But here, when you're doing your general work, I think this is a really great solution. And particularly if you're wearing glasses all the time, if you're a spectacle wearer, this isn't as cumbersome as a mag visor. So that means you can just keep your mag visor around for doing your really fine work. And for your general work, this is incredibly handy. This is useful for doing soldering as well. You have your soldering station there, and then you just solder across here, particularly when you're doing tiring wires for LEDs and things. Right. So this is the new God hand magnifying glass. So it's a really big piece. You can see the size of the lens there.
You can see it magnified.
See, look at my tiny head there. And then you got this style there too. Look like an alien now.
That's brilliant.
So you can see how, look, if I hold it all the way here, you can see how it's still focused. So this is how you get this depth of field, okay? And up close, it's all focused. And that's where it's helping relieve all your eye strain. So it's got a convex lens, flat on one side, curved on the other side. And it's not a Fresnel lens, because some of them are Fresnel lenses which have got all lines in them. Sometimes they can be, they're good to be saving in space, but they're not that clear. I find them a little bit distracting. But when you've got something this clear,
Good quality. Very
Can't
good
go wrong.
quality.
So I'll be using this a bit more, and we'll do some more up close testing on this a
Definitely.
bit later. That's a really strong magnet.
Interesting. Okay, well,
So, yeah.
so this
So there we go.
hopefully will arrive in stock in the next couple of months.
Yep.
Be part of the regular Gundam's range. For now,
So they really do good stuff. Works really well. Oh, still got the case
there's
in
more
here.
pieces.
Yep,
All right,
there we go.
cool. All right, so she's back in the cage. So where are we moving next? Next, we could look at some Gundams. Meanwhile, we're waiting for either Brett or Marlin. Let's see who's going to come first.
Yeah, sure.
Very, very nice Australian trains to look at.
Yeah, they're great.
Brand
We've
new
got,
releases.
we've got quite a few new trains.
That's right. That's
Let's
right.
move some of this stuff out of the way.
In the meantime, what should we look at? Should we look at this guy?
Yeah, why not? So we've got a whole lot of new Bandai that's just come into store.
That's right.
And this is one of the, I'm pretty sure this is a new series. So this is the Prehistoric Animals, and they've done this T-Rex. So it's got this very much a museum style look to it.
That's right. So very interesting. They call it imaginary skeleton.
Yeah, and it's a 32nd scale. So imagine that with a plane or
That's
35th
right.
scale figures.
That could be an interesting diorama, actually.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick look inside. There's a bit of reflection, actually. Let's see. Like this. There's quite a few pieces, actually, for a start.
So I guess this one's probably
That's the head already there, is it?
Yeah. So let's see if we can find something that's a bit. Oh, maybe this angle, maybe.
That's
Just
it.
see the head. It's got the teeth showing. So you get an idea of the head. It's just about an inch long, like that. You've got the lower jaw here. And then you've got the skeleton in multiple pieces. Okay. And they're all molded in this brown, I guess this is really weathered fossil look about it.
I would say so. It would
Yeah.
be pretty good because you can put some even dry brushing, I guess.
Yeah,
and
that's
just get
right.
it some highlights.
That's right. So you can use like a bony color and
Yeah.
just dry brush that. So you've got all the ribs. The ribs are all separate.
Yep.
And then you've got the spines in multiple pieces. And as you see it, I mean, it's going to be quite big. And then this part, you've got some of the larger leg bones, all the femur and stuff. You've got the hips.
And then there's a huge base, actually.
Oh, I didn't realize it came with a base.
Wow. That's very nice. Look at it.
Yeah, you got ferns and things there.
A bit of a detail.
Yep. And then there's a clear part there too, so that'll help support it.
Yeah.
And then you've got your little coloured manual. See, what have we got here? Is that Japanese and English? No, you've got
Mixed.
both. Oh, so you got a bit of a history lesson
Science
here.
book.
Yep. And then this will be the actual instructions.
Oh, dear.
So you see.
He's
Oh,
concerned
there's
about the
someone-
dinosaur, this guy.
There's someone at the door.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello and hello.
So there
How
you
are
go.
we?
Good.
Right here.
Dinosaurs.
I've got
T-Rex.
T-Rex. You
Short
like T-Rex?
arms. I've been called a T-Rex before.
Can't help you. He's got some short arms.
Short arms and deep pockets. Is it?
I mean, I wouldn't,
T-Rex.
I wouldn't be calling this guy any names if he was around.
Right.
So I think he runs really quick.
It's imaginary anyway, so
So
it's safe.
that's what he looks like when he's finished up.
That's brilliant.
So there's a stand there. So it looks very museum style. You know how they prop them up.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. No,
Been
that's
a
cool.
while, hasn't it?
They give you ideas here too of how to do
Here
the
we
dry
go.
brushing. Just with the crayons from Gundam,
You'd be a master at that.
Master of Crayons.
Well, yeah. You
Yeah.
would have painted a few dinosaurs in your time, Beach.
I am a dinosaur. So yeah, so that's the T-Rex. So hopefully they'll do a lot more in this series.
Are they new to us?
Yeah, they are.
Or are
brand new,
dinosaurs
yeah.
something that we always have?
No, this
Well,
is
we
a
have
new series,
dinosaurs,
we
but
think.
we haven't had bony ones before.
But
Bone
we
is
have
pretty
some
new.
dinosaurs, but they are full with skin and
Yeah,
And
meat
meat.
and meat. Yeah, they're full meat ones.
meanwhile
Well-
there's a questions which we are going to respond quickly. Yes, we received this guy,
Ah,
but we're going to unbox it maybe later on.
yes.
Yeah.
Mandalorian. There's
Mandalorian.
two types of Mandalorian
Shiny and
available.
non-shiny.
That's
Yeah.
it.
My
Alright.
money's on the non-shiny one.
Okay, well,
What's his name? Feta.
all right. So
How's
I've
the,
got bread
build,
here.
how's the build coming along, Nick? I see there's
You see-
debris
you
and
see
there's
it's-
wood.
there's bits everywhere here.
Did it happen?
We've done a bit.
Yeah, look.
We've done a little bit. Done the first part of the church here.
That's the bit that holds a coffee pod.
Oh, is this the coffee pod confessional booth?
That's
thing?
it.
That's
Is it?
That's
That's
it.
I'm so excited to see that. I thought it'd be finished, but I thought the
Well, it's partially
toothpicks
finished.
everywhere and
Yeah.
partially finished, partially started.
Yeah.
What have we got here?
Well, I brought in my buggy because it's time that we clean it up for the race on
The 5th of
the
December.
5th of December. Big race. Probably the last one for the year at Kilo.
Yeah, they're going to have a bit of a Christmas bash kind of thing.
That's right. So,
Yeah, so we're going to go down, have a run.
What's the event called?
I think
It's
it's
club day.
It's just
Oh,
a club
okay.
day,
It's
but
just
it's
a club
probably
day.
it's probably
It's a club
not,
day.
not the first of since COVID. I think they've done one recently, but
Oh, it'd be
it'll
good
be
to
the
get out
last one
there.
for Christmas. The Christmas break up.
Absolutely.
Well,
Nice
we were
opportunity.
We were there a couple of weeks ago, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Had a
cup
bit of a
weekend
run.
we went down there and
Yeah.
had a run, had a play. So I might have to get the old bullet fixed up, get the bullet on track again.
I think
Hey?
so.
That was
Maybe
going-
put
that
a
was-
21.5 in there.
That was on fire.
Yep. But we've got this one here, the SF2.
Track is looking really good actually. When we were there a couple of weeks ago,
This is
nice and grippy.
Nick's Beastie. Super grippy. We've got some scribbles on there. We've got a P1 Performer battery, 13.5 stock motor. Yeah, it looks a business. It's definitely not a shelf queen, this one. Is it? It's a bit battered and bruised and
What are you trying to
looks
say?
very loved. Well, it looks
But-
like an off-road car.
That triple didn't do any good to this car, isn't it?
No, I
fun
think it's
machine.
okay. No, it's super cool. I actually went out run off-road last weekend
That's
in
right.
regional Victoria.
Mm.
Me and the son and the family went up to Eagle Point.
Yes.
So unfortunately, the event was postponed due to grim weather during the week. They thought it best to, but I'd already committed going down as it's 4 hours away from Melbourne. And so we went out there. The weather ended up being really good on the Saturday. Had heaps of run time.
I saw some of your videos.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Even had the big old X-Max getting around. So
Good
we
old
had a
X-Max.
blast. They had an impromptu club meeting. Yeah, it was Tristan's first time driving an EP8. So yeah, that went really well. So
It looked really good actually.
we've got a bit of mud in the blood and looking forward to getting back a bit of off-road. So
One
Yeah.
event on the 5th of December. So
5th of
next
December.
week, effectively in a week time.
yeah,
Get your buggies ready.
get your buggies ready. Come out and join us. Say good day. It'll probably be the last time we'll be out there for the year.
Probably,
But-
yeah.
Getting all geared up ready for the Hearns Hobbies Vix.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it?
In end of January.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's not far, is it?
the 20th
Mm.
odd thereabouts, 22nd of
That's right.
January. It's going to be a
That's
big
right.
3-day meeting, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we'll be there in force, and I'm sure it's going to be one of the biggest events, if not the biggest event for 1/10 off-road in Australia.
Definitely, for sure.
It's going to be huge, and I know the Victorians are chomping at the bit to get on track.
Looks like borders are reopening. So
Yes.
hopefully you have South Australians and New South Wales
Yeah,
drivers.
I was speaking to a
Maybe
Queenslander.
Queensland. Yeah.
Speaking to a Queenslander yesterday, they might even come down for a run.
Tasmanians,
Tasmanians, they will
Tasmania,
probably
yeah.
be there as
East
well.
Australians.
Oh,
No,
you're just naming states now, mate.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not
there's a few
right.
more states to go. It's part of Australia, isn't it?
Yeah,
Everyone's welcome.
everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that's it. We might even have some exciting news from Yokomo next week's show.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
if not,
crossed.
very soon.
Absolutely. So hopefully we get some new bodies because this body had seen better times.
It's,
Looks all right,
it's really
but
retro.
it's-
No,
Well, yeah, it's
got some speed
Brings-
holes.
brings some
holes,
good
I mean,
memories.
too.
Is that for the old brick transponder or what was there?
That was a body post.
Oh, but cut that off. Don't need
Yeah,
that.
cut it off, reducing weight. They changed the rules, cut off the body post.
That's right. That's right. No, that is really cool.
Rob painted this 4 years ago, probably.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
So it's a good memory. It's a memory more than anything else.
Well, that's the thing about when you do bodies or have a connection to them, isn't
Absolutely. But what else have you got? You got a big box there.
it? I have
Oh.
got a big box.
So
It's
this?
not bright and it's not colourful. But let's have a look. Ta-da! What have we got
what
here?
is this?
So,
Well, we received a pallet this week.
yeah, a
Oh.
pallet or two of 1/8 tire goodness. Now, these are from Nick's friends in GRP.
They smell.
Apparently, he lived next door to the factory.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's it.
In
I was-
Italy?
I was gluing tires when I was young.
They smell
Yep.
fast.
Yep, they smell. No, put it down, mate.
What do you mean?
Put it down. So these are a new line to us. These GRP 8 scale GT on road with GTE 8 really taking off around the country. The boys in New South Wales are absolutely smashing it out. They're in love with them.
Yes.
They're really growing very, very well up there, that class. So we thought we'd get in on the action, get ourselves some good tires, and they're also going to be fitting for drag races.
That's right.
So you can put the 1/8 scale hub adapter onto your 10th scale.
Yep.
And you can do speed runs as well.
Velodrome.
Yeah, they have some crazy speed rating. I'm not sure how they do speed rating on RC tires, but they are a very...
So you have the S7 here?
Yeah, so this is the S7. So this is the hardest of the compounds.
Isn't that meant to be rated to 200 Ks?
Something like that, I believe. I've read it
Something
somewhere.
like that.
Yeah.
We're going to leave that for you to test out.
I've got S7s on the car already.
Have you? But
Yes.
these are fresh ones.
Yeah, well, that's going to be different.
Right?
The SM will take a few laps to,
Yeah, they take
To
time to
grip
warm
up.
up.
and
Yeah.
once they grip up, then they're really actually sticky.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
sticky.
and
It's
these are-
interesting.
And these would have come probably from the times when, I mean, GT8 was born out of nitro cars.
That's right.
So doing hour-long finals and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So we thought we'd get some of the S7s anyway, but they go all the way down to R1 compound,
Which is a
which
rain.
young BJ has got in his hand.
There's another one.
And that's a R1, so that's a rain compound.
Oh, that's why it's so tacky.
Yeah, yeah. So that is the softest of the soft. And then we've got, so we've got two ranges of tires. We've got the treaded and we've got the slicks. And the compounds are the same across the range. They go from R1 all the way to S7.
That's right.
R1, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S7. So, and they come in treaded and a slick. You can get both styles. And yeah, apparently the treaded ones are a bit faster on track and self-cleaning a bit.
Yep.
But if you're on a really clean track or you're doing a really high traction surface, then I think slicks would be the way to go. So,
That's right.
so yeah, really excited to have GRP in.
It's good how they got the stickers inside so you
That's
can
right.
easily recognize which one's which.
Yeah,
And
So
I would
that's
say the
another one.
S3 and S4 are probably the most common one. Is that kind of middle
yeah,
ground?
the
It
middle ground, isn't it?
takes a lap or so to come up to temperature, and then you're good to go.
Yep.
Now, if you start going really, really fast, like runs, I guess the S5 and S7 is where you move towards.
Yep.
Yep.
You can still get warming belts, which we do have
Yep.
from Aromax. So it's a
Aromax
belt
warming
that you
belt.
put around to warm them up. That would definitely be useful.
Yep. And if you're drag racing, maybe like the S2s and S1s,
That's
you
right.
know, where you've just got them on the rear, you
Just
can either
grip them
stage
up.
them.
Yeah.
You can probably use all your tire sources on it. I can't say that I've had the pleasure of screwing these on and using some TDK yet, but
It will happen, I'm sure.
definitely on the cards. But
That
it's
will-
just a matter of
Will
time.
happen.
So this is the new 1/8 scale GRP range in on-road, and these are really cool. So from GT8 or E8, drag racing, speed runs, and yeah, general good times.
Even buggies, like if you have a buggy and you just want to go on the
Yeah.
road, off you go.
Yeah. Yeah, an 8 scale buggy, you want to even running it in if you're
Yeah.
doing an engine
That's
or
right.
something, or you
Yeah.
want to test it out. You don't want to take your buggy tires on the street.
That's right.
Beautiful segue.
But,
Oh, buggy tires.
still from GRP. So GRP has got a very long-standing history, and they're really, really well known in Europe.
Yeah,
Well-
long time.
Years ago in Italy, they were probably the tire manufacturer, and they had some really high-quality compounds and performing tires. And
Yeah.
and it's still manufacturing is just probably not as advanced from a marketing perspective as other, but the quality of the product is phenomenal. There's some details they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they really are like a hand finished, a handmade product. So you sort of got that authenticity, if you will. So
Definitely.
like Nick said, they're a very old company, very traditional company.
Yeah.
So they're not right up there with the social media and paying for the top line drivers like they could be. Instead, they put it into their tires and the developments and constantly churning out good products.
and the price is actually lower than many others, really. So I guess
Unbelievable.
it's a good compromise.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. So we've got 4 treads, we've got 2 compounds, and that should have most of Australian conditions covered.
Yeah.
And there is more available, but on our initial shipment, these ones are called the Sonic, and these are really one of our local tracks. These are ones that I'd be really excited to
I
try.
agree.
They've got a nice sort of rounded carcass, which is really good for ruddy and bumpy tracks. They've got like a side profile on the pins, so they shouldn't be like too edgy and try and traction roll.
Oh, yeah.
And they're a nice short pin, so they don't actually like wobble around
too
too
much.
much.
Yeah.
So they should give really good mixture of good on the bumps, good forward traction, and a nice smooth steering.
And on the opposite side, you've got this one here, which is called, what is this one called?
Atomic.
Chunky
And
monkey.
it's a more traditional pin type.
Yeah.
So when you've got dusty conditions,
Yeah,
like you
a
did on the
really
weekend,
loamy track. Yeah, that would have been perfect for where we were out at Eagle Point.
Eagle
I
Point,
think.
that'll be really good. You got roots, holes, a bit of dust. This could work really well. Actually, let me
Yep.
put the top camera. Sorry, I forgot about this. So as you can see, it's got a
So it's way
big
more
pins.
open. And again, we've got them in the soft and the extra soft compound.
This one, as you can see, was a lot more dense.
A lot
big
more
difference.
dense.
And then
And then we've got this one over
which is in
here. So
between.
cubic, is it called? I think it's called the cubic, which is somewhere in between.
It's a lot more flatter, that one, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot more flatter. You still got the side profile you can see, so it's not going to be too edgy. Yeah, and I think that'll be a really good sort of point to go between. You know, it's a natural progression in the tire.
I agree.
As you get there in the morning and everything's all loose, you might start with that, then go to something like this, and then as the groove comes up or the track cleans up, then you might end up with something like this.
That's right.
So really good price point.
They come pre-glued and they're really pre-glued well.
Yeah.
Good rims too.
We tried them before, and
Yep.
they do stick. They have a very good way to glue them. In fact, we've got
Yep.
some rims in here.
I have, in fact, some rims.
So we brought in some rims because we struggled to get rims. And one thing which is very interesting is they are how do we call it? Like they score, they roughen up.
Yeah, it's sort of, I don't know, hand finished or scored or.
Well, it makes sense to have those grooves in there too.
I used to
because
do
that's
it with
where
a
it's
Dremel on my, AKA rims or Proline rims when I was
Yep.
racing before pre-gluing the tires. I used to
Yeah, you used to
Dremel
scuff
them?
them up.
Yep.
Yeah, scuff them up.
and then
And
clean
it
them
really
up.
helps it adhere a lot better. Give something for because you don't want a shiny plastic
Correct.
surface.
And they come like this from the factory, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
And they look really good. They've got a nice amount of give, but they feel quite
Still
firm.
quite solid. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like lots of nylon in there.
Yeah.
Really excited. And it's the first time that we've had loose wheels,
Very long
in
time.
so long. So it's really good.
Very long time.
Really good. Looks like a really good product. An amazing price point. That's what I think what I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Is that I'm hoping that it's a price where it'll get more people to the track more often.
The positive
You know?
things is obviously racing. Tires are a consumable, so it's a big cost of
Ah.
the racing, and they're slowly coming down a little bit because these are $35.
Yeah.
The pair it's a definitely
$35 a pair
Result.
pre-mounted.
Pre-mounted.
And I would expect if it's anything like the other tires that I've run lately, like a track time of over 2 hours.
yeah, that's right.
Which is
Exactly.
really really great value. Considering
And,
some of the 10 scale tires are up at like $37,
Correct.
and then you still got to glue them and mount them onto your wheels.
We're not talking about the on-road. That
Yeah.
has gone even further than that.
That's
So-
right. So yeah, really looking forward, and I'm hoping that gets more people into 8 scale
Absolutely.
and more tires in the arsenal and another product on the shelf.
Absolutely.
So really happy to be the latest distributor of GRP racing tires. And if we don't have something that you need, I'm sure if you yell out or say, "Oh, my track needs this," or "I've seen this on the," I'm sure that we
So
can
if you're
organise.
racing, make sure you reach out. We can put a couple of deals going on the GT tires. If you,
the
if you-
GT
If
tires.
you buy a few sets, there is a bit of a deal happening. So
Yeah,
just
a
reach out.
20%,
Buy, what,
four
sets?
4 pairs.
4 pairs
4 pairs, you get free shipping and you get 20% off
for the GT tire for the
For the-
GT.
for the GT ones, which
that's right.
because we know it's a new product and we want everybody to be able to experience it. And I'm sure moving forward that we'll do something similar with
That's
the
right.
off-road as well
right.
to get them out there. So yeah,
Absolutely. So
so that's all that's new in
Great.
my world this week. Did anybody guess the car yet?
car is done and
Very
dusted.
quick.
I knew,
Last
that,
5 minutes.
I knew that had happened. Well, that's it. I'm out.
Really?
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You
Thanks,
should go and
Brad.
fish marlin.
Yeah.
I'll go fish, man. All right,
Yeah.
I'll go see what
Thank
young
you.
Marlon's up to. See
All
you
right.
guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
In the meantime, while
What we
Marlon
got?
is here, shall we have a quick look at these 2 boxes?
Okay.
Today we are already 45 minutes into the show.
Is it? Wow.
And
Right.
it's about time that we open this 2.
Okay. So we got the Mandalorians. So the Mandalorian figures. And if you haven't watched the Mandalorian, you haven't watched the Mandalorian, have you? You're not into
haven't.
this, no. For the old school Star Wars people, it's been pretty exciting because it takes back that time of the old series, and they're in this semi-recognizable figure, which is the Mandalorian. So this is Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Same sort of I guess they came from the same place, so they wear a similar sort of armor, but the storyline is all different. So we've got Mandalorians, and they're built in the classic sort of Bandai figures where they're fully jointed, so you can do all these different poses. So the two versions, basically, you've got one which is standard silver plastic, and then the other one which is chromed. So I guess if we just have a quick look at them, so we can look at the rest of the stuff, we'll show you the difference of the finishes on them.
There we go.
Okay, so this one there, you can see the darker grey. It's just molded in raw plastic. It's like a light gunmetal on this one. And this one, which is exactly the same kit, but it's already been plated. Okay, so this has got a semi-gloss chrome finish on it.
That's quite nice, actually.
It is. So you have it either way. Obviously, the unfinished one is going to be a bit cheaper, and you could paint it up any way you like. Right. So you could do your custom weathering on this if you wanted to. But you want something pretty instant and really nice finish.
That's it.
Then the chrome one is the way to go. Cool.
Quite a few.
A lot of bits. There's a lot of joints.
Nice. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that's like the inner frame.
Yep.
And then all the chromium bits just pop on afterwards.
That's right. So
this is sort of your hands. This sort of semi-flexible. This
semi-flexible.
one. Yeah, because there's a belt there.
Yeah.
And then you've got a cape there, a fabric cape.
Wow. There we go.
So it's all flexible and such.
Obviously, the usual instructions.
Yes. And then it's got the stickers as well.
And
so really nice. Yep.
There you go, yeah. So, brand new.
It's Mandalorian. So, of course, with the Mandalorian, well, we've got the Boba Fett as well. So, there's a new series coming out on Disney, which is Boba Fett. So, there's classic Boba Fett, and then you've got Mandalorian. So, similar style armor, but different characters. Pretty cool. Like it.
Definitely. So this is a 1/12 scale. We have a question from Anthony. So it's a 1/12 scale.
Oh, yes.
So
1/12 scale is 150 mil high.
Yep. Yeah.
And you can see, I mean, it's going to be quite a bit smaller. So 150 mil is going to be about here. But you can see all those parts, and it shows you just how many joints are in it.
That's right. And the joints move, they have a degree of movement. Yeah.
Yep. So you can get some sort of idea of different poses here. So you can get really action-packed poses like this, like lunging. And then you can have the classic hero poses just standing around. That's really nice. Okay. Oh, we got Miss Marlon in.
And Marlon's got some
exciting stuff to show us.
So I would say that after a long time, we have received so much train stock that of Australian models too.
Yes.
It? Welcome, Marlon.
Hi, everybody. You're right. We were waiting a really long time for a lot of product to arrive, and those things got pushed back this year. Just given the nature of things.
I guess manufacturing trains it's a challenging process. It takes probably almost 2 years to get from concept to final product, really. And the delays, I guess, in China and in other parts of the world, really, it's huge backup.
And now it seems as though everything's arrived at once.
At
once.
Yeah.
So I'll.
And they're all good.
They are. So right now we have, and I'll bring them out in just a moment. But we have 3 brand new releases from different manufacturers of different Australian steam locomotives.
Yep.
So we'll go through and I'll show you what we have. All right.
Oh,
so the first arrival.
Ooh.
I'll grab the box. Yeah.
So we actually saw the prototype of this locomotive well over 2 years ago.
Yes,
yeah, we got a little video of that, haven't we?
And at the time it was all grey and patched up.
It wasn't fully painted, so all the parts had been molded and the final painting hadn't been done, but we had a fully working prototype and we were very impressed with it. But this was the J-Class Victorian Railways locomotive from Ixion, which is a new company, and this is the only model they've produced so far.
I really like the red. The red really stands out.
Put it on the top camera. I think it's going to be hard to see
I'll see if I can tilt it.
Let's do the zoom
we
in.
have... let's see.
So I'll take this off because it's
they
just easier to hold it.
Oh, just hold it there and I'll try and focus. Here we go.
Oh, look at that.
Right, let's bring it back a bit. Here we go.
So these had the distinction of being the last steam locomotives built and run in Victoria.
Yeah.
I think the very last one of these ran in the early 70s, and they were all built sort of in the mid 50s alongside the new diesel locomotives. They delivered half of them with an oil burning tender, and half of them with a coal burning tender. Apparently, there was a coal shortage at that time, and VR hedged their bets by ordering half of their fleet with one and half of their fleet with the other.
Right.
So that's the coal burning one. But the detail on it is really nice.
Yeah, lots of piping and rivets and detailing.
So you got LED headlight.
Yep.
You have flexible or like bounce back, like shock absorbing buffer beams.
Yep.
The interior, if we can have a look inside the cabin, you can see like separately applied brake wheels.
I'd like to bring that down a little bit.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
There's a lot of detailed parts on these locomotives.
Well,
and
these come with figures as well, right?
They do. They're unpainted, but it
Yep.
does come with 2 plastic figures, like the driver and the fireman.
Yep.
And they Ixions also produced like lots of variations of these because they were in production for such a long time. Where they were, you get ones with the red edging like this, which is what they look like later in their service lives.
Yep.
There's also ones without that,
Right.
and then the different tender styles. So that's been a really, really impressive addition to what's available in terms of Australian steam.
Yeah, really nice shape.
It's a handsome locomotive. I mean, it was just a workhorse. Like, it wasn't a glamorous
Yeah.
locomotive, but it has that distinction of being like the last of its kind. Very
Quite
weighty,
like it.
very heavy.
Yeah, really well built.
Like all the valve gear, it's complicated valve
Very
gear.
complicated. Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
It's got these. What do you call these?
so those
couplings?
are KD
KDs.
style,
KD style.
and that part there on the bottom of it is a trip pin. So it's a steel pin that allows for magnetic uncoupling. So you can have magnets placed between the rails in certain points, and when you park a locomotive or a carriage over that, it'll actually force the couplers apart.
Right.
So it allows for hands-free uncoupling, and that's sort of become like the standard for how things are done now. Out of the box used to be something you'd have to apply.
Yeah.
Well, they have a very scale look to them.
Yeah.
Might be a bit hard to see there, but yeah, that's really good. I like that.
So
Right.
great.
So that's the first one
Okay, so that's a J class.
from Ixion.
That's right. And then we have I love this one.
Oh, that's the color is phenomenal. On this
Oh
one.
wow.
So this is the D3 class from SDS models, but developed by Phoenix models. So I think there's a partnership there
That's
between
right.
the two brands. And this is an earlier locomotive than the J class. These were sort of rebuilt from a locomotive class from the very early 1900s, and they used a K class boiler, to my knowledge, to upgrade them, and they ran these clear until the mid 20th century. So this particular one is painted up in the scheme of Steam Rail Victoria,
Right.
like the preservation.
Yes,
strip.
yes. They quite often have little tours, right?
That's
They do
right.
Shuttle runs. I rode one quite a while back, probably a few years back. Got on at Flinders Street Station.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
That's
Different loco though.
they still run a lot of steam locomotives. I live near Newport, so I hear steam whistles all the time.
Right.
So they're always busy there.
Yep.
But anyway, this particular locomotive was in this scheme. This is still going. This is preserved and running. It's been repainted black, but at one point in its life, it was this color.
Yep.
And a lot of people might remember that. But it is available, and given the long service career of these locomotives,
right.
they have like 5 different variations. Let's bring it a bit
there's
closer.
A few different color schemes, and it's quite interesting as we were looking at the other day.
Mm.
It's actually quite a lot smaller in size compared to the J class.
Yes, yeah.
It's just obviously being an older locomotive, it's definitely smaller in size.
I like that steam rail plaque that they put on the front. And the name of this locomotive, I think, is the Spirit of Ballarat. So it actually does have a name.
Oh, is it on that plaque there, is it?
Oh, it's somewhere. I did read that somewhere, or I might have saw that in relation to the number of the locomotive.
Yeah.
I'll actually pull the tender from the locomotive so that we can have a look at the detail on the inside.
Yes, actually, that's very nice.
So it has a 1-piece plug.
Yeah, it's
So
quite clever that.
It's an 8-pin socket between the tender and the locomotive. And that also doubles as the drawbar between the locomotive and the tender as well, which is something I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
But it seems to work really well. It's a very snug connection. But what I really liked was I had never seen this much detail inside the cab of a locomotive before.
Let's see
Oh,
if we
there's a
can-
lot.
Yeah. There's so many separately applied parts.
The other way.
Other way. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So
There we
many
go.
separately applied parts. and you even have this what would have been like a canvas shade that would have come down.
A bit of light.
So it's really nice. There's like a seat there. I think that's the handbrake. The interior is all painted its own unique color, so it's a very premium locomotive. It's just a really good amount of detail. There's the Spirit of Ballarat there on the side.
Oh, that's it.
Really tiny letters.
Wow.
So very handsome design.
Amazing.
All right. So that's two out of the three. So that's as if that wasn't exciting enough.
That's it. And now this one arrived literally last night.
Yeah.
And this has been in the works for some time.
Yeah. So this is I'll just separate this. This is the
chunky.
C38 by ARM, which is Australia Railway Modeler. We've been waiting for this for pretty much the whole year.
I think so, yes.
So this is in New South Wales Government Railway, or NSWGR colors, and these hold priority express trains between like Sydney and Newcastle and Sydney and Albury. And yeah, this particular one, they're all number 3803. So the entire series is just this particular locomotive. But it's really nice. It's at a very affordable price point. It doesn't have quite the same level of separately applied parts as the other two we've looked at, but it's really nice to be able to see a unique Australian steam locomotive at like such an attainable price point.
It's pretty much in line with a UK type of locomotive, really, on the $300 mark.
That's right.
Compared to the $500-600 mark that is typical of an Australian.
That's exactly right.
Locomotive, really. So great work from.
It's really sleek.
This manufacturer.
Yeah,
I like how it's chunky but sleek.
It is like that, isn't it? I mean, it's got that streamlined nose. I know they built these with and without streamlining.
Yeah.
We have sold these in the past in Victorian colors without streamlining.
Right.
That was last year's release.
Right.
And another great thing is that we also relatively recently received, I'll show you really quickly, the New South Wales TAM coaches, which are like the perfect companion for this train.
That's right.
So you get first class, third class, and also sleeping coaches. And these are an old retooling. They're actually Lima.
Right.
Yeah, Hornby owns Lima now, and they brought this out to coincide with the release of this locomotive.
Right.
So you could complete the entire passenger express quite easily with this. They do have the Lima style couplers on them, which is the type that's not often seen anymore.
Yeah.
But they have NEM pockets. You can actually pull these out.
And retrofit
these
and replace them with quite easily. Just plug and play with the KD couplers.
Oh, okay.
So they'll come straight out.
Oh,
yeah. So you have your KD. These are the long shank ones, which I think are what you probably use. But basically, all you need to do is just pull this out. It's just a plug and play operation, really. Let's put it on a surface with some leverage. Or I'll do this end because I think I already pulled this one. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's sort of like your NEM pocket on there. And this plugs straight in. You wouldn't even need to replace the whole train set, but just where it connects to the locomotive. But these are quite nice too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. It's got a couple of little barbs on the ends to hold it in place.
So that's it. Yeah, three brand new releases of Australian steam locomotives from different brands.
That's right.
And three very different styles of locomotive from different time periods.
Very nice.
Just in time for Christmas, really.
Absolutely.
So we also received some Alsatian deliveries last week. So we got a bit of Alsatian restock. There's a lot of Australian finally back in the cabinet.
There's a lot of like the early vans with the advertising on the sides.
Yes.
I think they were popular between World War I and World War II.
Right.
All of the iconic Australian brands and companies that existed at those times. So they're quite nice collector's items too, because they make so many different kinds.
They look good going around the layout as well.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
All
Very
right.
good. Well, thank you for the update.
No problem, guys.
They're all
Good
great.
seeing you all again.
Indeed.
And,
Thank you, Marlon.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Theo.
I think we should park them all at the front here because I think they do look really good.
They do.
So this one goes here.
Oh, Tinder can go over there.
Tinder can go with this one.
There we go. Sleepy can go over there. All right.
Wow. All
What
right.
about now?
So we are well into an hour already, but we have a couple of other things we want to touch on. I'm sure we want to do that. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, make sure you pop in the comments. But I think Tony wanted to have a look at this.
Does he?
I've heard
This is part of the high resolution model range. So
Tom just gave me a bit of a rundown.
Oh, did he?
These are almost pre-built. Is that correct?
parts of it.
Parts of it.
Yeah. That's about all I know.
That's it.
So it's mainly the framework, I think, which is metal. So the advantage of the metal is it's going to have a stronger structure if you do tend to pose a lot, particularly with this particular design because it's quite streamlined and the joints are generally pretty fine on the plastic ones. So if you move around a bit, there is always a danger of breaking. So you've got this particular one with a metal frame. So you've got the strength there. And then it's also a high grade. Not a high grade, I should say. It's more like a master grade. So we'll probably have a better idea once we open it all up. Got that. All right, so you've got a really premium looking box, high gloss. And then as we open it up,
Right. From you.
like so.
Right, a little bit. There we go.
Okay, so all the parts they're pretty much the same sort of high
Standard.
quality you find on a master grade kit. You've got your optional hands here as well. So you've got multiple colored components.
It's a gold.
So you got your chrome sword.
There's a gold kind of.
It's nice.
Solid. Some clear parts.
The main magic happens in here. Okay, so this is where your frame's going to be. So let's just work out how we get it out.
Push it out. Ah, look at that.
And there it is. It's pretty much built.
Ah, right.
Okay, so that's where all the metal framework is going to be. Let's see if we can just pop it
So
open.
then you attach all these parts
Yes.
to that frame.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to give it a bit of gentle persuasion. There we go. Being a little bit
Looks like a
resistive.
challenge. There you go. It's coming out.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Here he is. There we go.
So this is all metal? No.
The metal is within the
hinges, right?
joints.
Yeah.
So you can feel the metal. You can see
Oh,
that
I
there.
can see that. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
So you can see they sort of painted. It's got an anodized red finish. So they're metal parts. So they're all the way inside. It's metal on the base as well. And so that's how you get
So
all
it's a
these.
bit more weighty too, I guess.
You can
Oh,
see
wow.
the multi-piece join. You can see how much movement you've got there.
I want to see if you can bend the leg all the way up like that.
You want to see me bend my leg all the way like that? I can tell you, you'll be seeing me screaming. So yeah, so that's the metal builds. So yeah, it's mainly within this particular structure here. The rest of it is your standard sort
That's
of
right.
master grade. Yeah. So that's what's so special about these.
Brilliant.
So we have had these before, but they don't last very long. They're pricier than your regular sort of kit simply because of the premiumness of
It's
the
pre-built,
inner frame.
yeah.
But if you like posing a lot and you like something durable, a bit more special, then you
Definitely.
can't go past something like this. So
Definitely.
high resolution. So that also comes with water slides. Probably not. No, the
this is
stickers.
Local.
Yeah, stickers.
Standard stickers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well,
So that's the high resolution ashtray, or astray actually.
because Astra doesn't sound very good. All right.
What do you
Well-
reckon? Have we got more time for something?
Do
Does
we have
anyone
more
want to
time?
see something?
I think we should have a brief look at this 112 scale
Oh, yeah, they're nice.
artillery because I don't think they'll be here next Friday.
Probably not.
Um.
So what do we got?
Anyway, as
Oh.
part of this Gundam delivery, there was a lot more. Huge drop.
So there's a huge amount of Gundam that's arrived. I'll have to repack this a bit later.
I'll pop this in on the side.
Pop in like that.
There we go. So huge delivery. So there will be a newsletter going out by Sunday. I think they will have a few pics. So join the newsletter if you want to have a bit of an update. And we'll probably have more next Friday, really.
Yeah, for sure. There's so
To go
many
through
to
the
go
full
through.
lot will
Yeah.
take days.
Well, in the meantime, let's just have a quick look at what we've got here.
Yes.
All right. We've got the super fast Bambino.
Bambino? Is that how it's called?
I call them Bambinos. When they
Okay.
call Bambinos, I might have gotten them mixed up.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
Anyway.
maybe. But Fiat 500. But this is the Arbath version, which is the 695. So The 500 is 500cc.
Yeah.
695 is bore it out.
Yeah.
695cc. That's it. So this is quite a new kit from Italy. It's all brand new tooled, and it's got the opening doors, opening front. What do you call it? Bonnet, I guess.
Yeah.
So you can see the spare wheel, and the engine is on the back of these. And you build in two versions. You can either have the racing version with the big flares, so it's got the big tires included as well, or you can have it as a road version, which has got the skinnier tires and the more usual flares. But either way, this is a really nice kit. So there's this one here, and then
This
we've
is
got
new,
this one.
isn't it? Am I wrong?
I've got a feeling it's fairly new.
I thought it
I
was.
can't remember if I had it before. I've got a feeling we haven't, or maybe it has.
I remember taking some orders probably last year. Maybe we had a few, but
Yeah.
like this one, we get a couple of them and they sell out within,
That's
within
right.
a few days. We
Yeah.
struggle to get more than a couple of times.
So all the big kits from Italy are generally pretty hard to come by.
Yeah.
It's like they're not as in high production quantities as some of the other brands. And when you get these, I mean, they do have a lot of character, their particular
Yeah.
cars. So something like this, you're talking like 1920s, 1930s era cars. And that's very much like the cars that Porsche used to make in the old days.
In fact, this one comes with nuts and bolts.
It does.
So there's a bit of screwing to do it.
Yes.
Lots of detail. Let me put the.
So you're going to get some photo etch parts. So
we
that's
could
where...
I should probably open it. What do you think?
Oh, we'll have a quick look.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have a look at the main parts. All right. We'll probably do the... Can we zoom out a bit more? There we go.
So that's a kit. We
Yeah,
all the
so-
super tiny screws.
So that's quite reminiscent of some of the wooden ship kits. They'll give you a
Yes.
little case like this. You got tiny little screws, so they'll be used throughout the engine and the chassis. You got some fine copper wire. You got some vinyl tubing for all the electronics. There's a bit of texture in there, so a bit of fabric. That's probably for the seat
Seats or
belts.
something. Seat belts, yeah.
Yep. There's some spring material, and then you got all the little brass bits and pieces. So they're the really small bits.
So some rubber.
Yeah, so you
parts,
got
so it's a seat
really
here. Look at this.
soft rubbery bits. Yeah. So you got that. That really looks like leather, doesn't it?
That's right. This will be part of the engine, isn't it?
Yeah. So they're the leads to the spark plugs.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yep. And
Nice
then these
solution.
parts are parts of the dampeners because they've got multi-plate dampeners
Yeah.
that rotate like this.
With tires here.
Yep.
Look how thin.
Yeah, bicycles, man.
Bicycle
motorcycle
tires,
tires. on
motorcycle
a
tires.
F1 car. Got some nicely chrome parts. Got the tank in the back there.
Yes.
Got a big, thick instruction
Instruction manual.
Yep.
And then,
Well, there's the bodywork here.
wow, look at that.
Okay, so that's the back end. You got that streamlined teardrop shape in the back, so that tank would fit in on the inside. And then we've got these are the engine
front engine
cowls.
covers, yeah.
Yep. Bit of photo etch. You get your photo etch here. So that looks like the
Oh,
floor.
wow.
So there's a timber finish
It's
on the
impressive.
floor. That, not too sure, probably part of the bonnet. You got the instruments there as well. It's nice. And then you've got all these other bits for your chassis.
Got your axle here.
Yep.
Got the chassis here.
Yep.
Chassis rail.
Then you got some more body parts, and then your
Rails.
multi-piece for the spokes. And that's how you get your really fine spoke look,
That's right.
because there's probably 4 pieces per wheel there for your bicycle spoke style. Looks good.
And
There's the
more
front
bits.
grille, bottom of the chassis,
That's
and then
it.
that's a wind deflector.
Yes.
So yeah, really nice kits.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So,
So that's just 2 of them. Along with this, we got the what do you say? How do you say it?
22,000 cc Mephistole.
Mephistole. There's the Mephistole.
Right.
Mephistole just coming in.
21,706 cc.
So if you can imagine, this particular thing was an F1 car. English guy bought it and then put a Fiat aircraft engine into it and used it to get the world speed record.
Yep.
And that was in the 1920s, I think.
Wow.
So see that? It's 22 litres of engine. So
How many horsepower? That would be interesting to see.
about 5.
I was going to say probably.
So it had a lot of horsepower for the day, but
Yes,
compared to
compared to-
engines now,
Yeah.
I think Warwick was saying that a high performance 2-liter engine had the same power as this.
So 1 to 10.
So you can see how long the nose is. Okay, so overall the model is going to be 45 centimeters long.
It's huge.
And this is one of my favorites. I've actually got one of these at home.
Ah,
So that's going to be a project for the future. It's going to be a nice little vignette.
300 horsepower.
300 horses.
That was fit in that
There you
bonnet.
go. So much brass
Yeah,
in
big
the
time.
engine. It's just
Beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. Actually, if you go to YouTube, you can find some videos of the actual one. The actual one is still being run. So it's in the Fiat Museum, and they ran it up, and the movie's on YouTube.
Right.
You can even fire it up. So you got to crank it up. There's actually a spot inside here for the grease bottle because they've got to grease all the bits before they actually run it, and they take it for a drive, which is quite spectacular.
Wow.
I think the guy that's interviewing is speaking in Dutch, so I didn't really understand what was going on, but I could hear it and see it, and that's all I needed.
At
So,
this point.
Yes. So that's
Brilliant.
great.
So
Beautiful
big
model.
range of kits. So quite a few actually new Italeri kits as well for
Yes.
in the aircraft and
That's right. So one of the new ones is the B-52
that's
bomber.
right. Yep.
So that's a 72nd scale. What else was there? There's some. I think we got in the short Sterling again. There's Australian aircraft, and a few others too.
Right.
We'll find a
Yeah,
list
that's
and
a few.
yeah, show them all off.
Brilliant.
But are we a bit tight for time?
I think we're
That's
getting
about it?
there. I think it's about time for today.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think we
Well,
covered most things that we wanted to cover. Actually, I think we need to touch on this.
oh, you have to
actually.
show this.
We should have done it
So-
when Marlin was here. So this is Marlin's
This is
build.
Marlin's amazing creation. So there's a Kyosho Scorpion. This is a re-release car. And he's painted it up with some color shift paint. You'll be able to see that as it transitions from copper to gold. It's really nice. He's done that on the base as well. So this is actually hard plastic here. And that's the polycarb on the top. These roll bars have also been painted in silver, so it perfectly matches the color of the actual aluminium parts.
Right. Let's see if I put the top camera because the driver has been painted too, and
Oh, he's done a really good
and
job
that
on the
was
driver.
that's impressive. Let me
You
see
see
if
him
we
there?
can get any closer. Ooh, look at this guy. Very concentrated,
He is.
steering straight, looking at
That's it. He's going fast,
straight,
this guy.
going fast, yeah.
And you can see the transition in the colors here, I think. Let's see how it goes through. It's a really nice color. So the paint is actually an SMS color shifting color. And then there's a chrome paint used for roll bars. And then the other beautiful thing about these particular cars is you got the die cast
Yes.
gearboxes. But they're all metal ladder chassis. And you see all the press parts on the front as well. The arms are all die cast. The swing arms and the rear swing arms are just beautiful. That's amazing, isn't it?
Definitely.
So you see that semi-trailing link. So it's just beautiful.
Here we go.
So it hasn't got any radio in it or any motors. We will be working on that shortly. So
That's right.
Marlon's asked for recommendations. He's done a magnificent job. That is
Impressive.
spectacular.
Absolutely. So
Scorpion.
very good.
All right, so I guess that's the day, is it?
That's it for today.
Wow, quick show. Or not really a quick
Not
show.
very
It felt
quick,
like
but-
it was quick.
Pretty full.
Yeah.
Lots of new things.
Hmm.
It's quite exciting. Lots of new stuff arriving. Well, more than every day, twice a day,
Yes.
3 times a day. So
Yeah.
quite full on at the back here, but it's good timing. Good
It's
timing
fun.
to get a few things for Christmas and
It's only 1
restock
month.
the shelf. 1 month to go.
1 month ago.
Actually, yes, 26 today. So 1 month today will be Boxing Day.
Yep.
So it'll be fun. So as always, we've got videos going out. Is that a video of the Phantom going out this week? Is the
Of the
Phantom
Phantom?
finished?
The Phantom is finished.
The
Phantom's
Phantom is finished. Woohoo.
Yeah. So if you want to see the last episode of the Phantom, then that'll be out on. It's out today, actually.
Today.
So I
All
think it's already live.
All right.
And then the F1 3D car.
Yes.
We've been working on that again. So we missed a week basically. So there'll be another episode next week, and we'll continue building that
Building,
until it's
yeah.
finished. But yeah, so the Phantom's done. Have to
And-
work on another project.
That's it. I think we should do the Mephistoly
Hot live. Wow. Not asking for much.
300 hours,
Oh, that's
300
it.
episodes.
Yeah, 2 years later.
2 years later, we'll be done.
Yeah.
Now we'll have quite a few videos going out, and be going out racing in a week time at Kilo. So
It's going to be good.
if you are in Melbourne and into off-road racing, jump online on the Kilo page. You find all the information.
Yep.
For a very good fun race before Christmas, probably the last one.
Yep.
And
Well, I guess one more thing.
Yes.
If anyone's in Melbourne, we've got
Yes.
our old layout, a train layout that we
That's
used
right.
to use
yes,
in the back of the train department. So if you ever come in before and you bought a train, that's where it would have been tested.
that's it.
And we need room. So that's going to a good home for free. The only thing is you'll need to come here and pick it up yourself. Just send us a direct message if you're interested, and we'll work out a time for you to pick it up.
Yes.
Just bear in mind it's pretty big, so you're going to need a bit of room.
Definitely.
The details of its size are on our Instagram page,
That's right.
and it's about 10 kilograms. So it's a bit weighty, but if you like it,
It's
you're
got a bit
welcome
of
to it.
landscaping. It's got a bit of a
That's right. It's got some
it's
buildings
quite
on
nice,
it.
actually.
Yeah, and a few points. It's got Pico track on it.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
Very good.
Alrighty.
Excellent. All right, everyone. Have a good weekend, and we will see you next Friday in
In a week's time.
a week time at the same place, same place, same time. I was going to say.
Right.
All right. Very good.
Okay. See you guys
Have a good
later.
weekend, everyone.
Bye.